Hi, my name's Sam. I'm a financial advisor and director at Wise. I'm joined by Dr. Steve from our investment committee, and we're just here to talk to you about the sort of looming and potential recession that could happen in the US. And Steve, I just wanted to sort of get your thoughts and ideas around some of the economic predictions and perhaps maybe why they can be misleading.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Well, in fact, you mentioned, a recession, possible recession in the US. In fact, many people would say it's more than possible. It seems almost definite. If it is, it means it's the most widely predicted recession on record, because they've been saying that for a long time. Now, if there's a recession or even an economic slowdown, that's going to be bad. And it seems intuitive that if there's an economic slowdown, the stock market should go down as well. But in fact, there is no evidence that that happens. In fact, the studies that have been done that shows over the last 20 years or so, whenever Australia has actually had a recessionary period, or in fact, whenever the US has been in recession, in fact, the stock market has been positive over that period. So again, quite counterintuitive. Why is that the case? It's because the stock market is really forward-looking, where going into a recession, well, that's an economic prediction. We don't know we'll be there, and we'll only know we're there when the data comes in that says, oh yeah, the economy has slowed down. But the market is looking way ahead of that. So in fact, last year in 2022, when the markets were falling down, that's probably the markets already correcting for a coming economic slowdown. This year, markets have been actually going along pretty well. That's probably because they've priced in the fact that we are expecting an economic slowdown, and so markets have taken that into account.
Steve, is it then sort of fair to say that the stock market and the economy are, very different?
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Sam. In fact, they're not really related. And I know that seems odd, but they're not related because of that timing issue I mentioned. Economics is always looking backwards. Stock market's always looking forward. So that's why they're not really the same thing. Another point, Sam, about why even if there is a recession coming, why should investors just be disciplined and stay with it and sort of not change their investments? It's because all the data shows that the stock market recovers from any downturn. Like a 10% downturn, the markets recover within a year. Even a 20% downturn, the markets recover within a year. Now, markets have already recovered from that downturn I mentioned last year, so we may have already seen the effects of the coming economic slowdown.
Steve, to add to your point, it's interesting to take a look at economic predictions from a year or two ago and see how incorrect they perhaps were. I think it's important to make sure and understand that economic predictions don't impact your long-term investment goals, and just to stay the course, stay disciplined, and speak to your advisor whenever you're going through these emotions that sometimes can happen in a type of environment like we are in.
That's right, Sam.
And that's it for us today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.